When GTA 6 releases, Rockstar is going to make billions. But they won't be the only ones cashing in. There's going to be a whole ecosystem around this game. Fan sites, tools, maps, guides, mods, content, communities, and people who build early are going to have a huge advantage. So in this video, we are going to build a GTA 6 fan website from scratch using Claude Code, Higgsfield AI, and Nano Banana Pro. But we are not just going to wipe code some generic AI slop. We are going to build a polished, functional, GTA-style website that actually looks good, works properly, and could realistically be published online. The full source code will be available on GitHub, so make sure you check it out and give it a star. And if you want to support the channel, you can also check out Patreon link below. Now, before we start, hit the like button, subscribe to channel, and let's build this thing. So I opened the Claude Code desktop app and I opened up the folder named GTA-website. And I pasted this prompt. This is a simple prompt saying GTA 6 is releasing November 2026 and I want to earn money from it, so I am preparing ahead. Build a GTA 6 fan website with full GTA style vibes and design. And there are more things I added here. If you want my prompts, check the description. You will find all the prompts there. Now let's send the prompt and see what Claude comes up with. Okay, so looks like Claude is done coding our website. So let's check what it came up with. So it says live now on the localhost 3001. So let me go to this address. Look at that. That looks really nice. And the colors and the vibe kind of matches the GTA vibes. So yeah, this is pretty good for the base, but it still kind of looks like AI generated this because there is no image here. There is no graphics that kind of tells us that this thing or this website is related to GTA 6. So yeah, let's generate some graphics. Let's generate some images. Right now the Claude Code doesn't have that ability, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Nano Banana Pro and I'm going to use Higgsfield. So I have the Higgsfield MCP connected. If you don't have the Higgsfield, or if you want to follow along and you don't know how to connect the Higgsfield, so you simply go to this connectors and you see this plus button here and you click on this add custom connector button and name the Higgsfield MCP right here and grab your MCP URL from the Higgsfield website. It's pretty simple process. If you don't know how to do this or you can't figure out on your own, then I have a video. Go ahead and watch that. That's a few seconds. It's going to take you like 30 to 40 seconds and you will be up and running with the Higgsfield MCP. Now let's go back to our chat to paste in the following command. This is a good base. Now instead of these placeholders, I want you to generate real images and I'm telling it to generate them all with Higgsfield using the Nano Banana Pro model that I have there. So yeah, let's send in this command and let's see what this comes up with. So this time it's going to use the MCP that we have for the Higgsfield and it's going to write the prompts itself. So we don't have to write prompts for the images. Claude Code is going to handle that for us and it's going to send them towards MCP, towards the Nano Banana Pro model, and then we will have the images. So you will see the process right here in the chat in a moment. So you can see it's already checking that Nano Banana Pro constraints, the aspect ratios and the sizes, and now it's using the Higgsfield and it's exploring models. Now you can see it's asking me for the permission. So it's saying that it's going to send a request to the Nano Banana Pro, and this is the prompt: original logo emblem for a fictional video game fan site called Leonida Hub, a bold monogram of the Roman numerals. Yeah, let's see. And you can see we get the preview of the image right here. So let me just, it kind of disappeared. Let's just allow this one first. And you can see it's kind of having this widget here where it renders the image. So this is the first one and this is going to be the second one. And here it is. This is the logo that it generated for our website. Let me just allow it again. Let me just do this always allow. And this is the logo and it's generating one more image here and few more images. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 9 more images. So let's wait for all of them to be generated. So this is the fictional character that it created. Obviously, we can't use the GTA graphics here. So yeah, if you want, you can reprompt this and make it closer to what she would look like. And here is our male character. And yeah, the same thing. You can make him look like the real character as well if you want to. But this is just a simple example. So yeah, this will just do fine. And this is, I think this is the hero image or the cover image. I'm not sure, but let's see where Claude uses it. And this looks like the map of GTA 6. Pretty cool. And some more graphics here. This is the dash of a car. And look at those neon lighting and this old cassette coming out of this player. That's also nice. I like this one as well. This is another image of the map. So yeah, you can see all the graphics that we are going to use on our website are already generating. Obviously, we can make this better If you don't like an image here, you can tell it to regenerate that image, or we can simply click on here. We can, I believe we have the recreate button here, and we can recreate this image as well. But so far for this example, it's kind of good. Now let's wait until it uses all these assets in our website. So you can see now it's telling us all these generations that it has done. And it's asking me for the permission to use the image optimization tool. And I believe it's going to optimize all these images so that they load better on our website. So I'm just going to allow it. And you can see it's using the CWebP and Magic, which is available, and downloading all the images and then optimizing each. So yeah, let's give it a permission again. So here you can see it's downloading all 12 original PNGs in parallel, and it failed somehow. So now it's going to use another command. So let me allow it. It's again trying to download all those 12 PNGs that it generated on the Higgsfield. This time it's successful because it's taking a lot of time. Let me check. Now it's going to optimize resize plus WebP encode. All right, let's allow it as well. Okay, look at that. It's saying massive compression hero, which was 32 MBs. It has shrinked it down to 144 KBs, which is really nice. So Claude Code is doing a really good job here. All right, so Claude Code is done with the second iteration of our code generation, and this is what it came up with. Let me open it up in the browser. You can see right here, now we have the background images as well. This is looking a bit more nicer, better than before what we had. And we have images here in the latest news as well. And if I scroll down, we have the cast as well. It forgot to add the images for these two characters. So yeah, if I click on open the map is functional as well. Look at that. And can I be able to zoom it? Yeah, I am able to zoom it. So this is really nice. I'm not sure if this is a correct map or not, but none of us know right now how the map actually is going to look like in GTA 6. Everything that we see on the internet is all predictions. But yeah, for this website, we can make this map to take the map of the actual rumors as well, and then animate that and make it functional here as well. But for now, I think this is fine. And if I go into the news, you can see this page really looks nice. And if I open up an individual news, and yeah, we can see right here. But let's take a screenshot of this section, and I'm going to copy it. Let's go back to Claude. Let me close this, and let me tell it this section looks messy. Please make it more cleaner. And also, if I scroll down here, let me take the screenshot of this meet the cast, and let me tell it also in the meet the cast section, generate images for other characters. And let's send this again. Okay, it's using Higgsfield again, and it's going to generate the images for the two more characters as well. I think it's generating 4 images, so maybe it misunderstood my prompt and it's regenerating the images for all the characters again. That's okay. Okay, one of the characters is generated. I don't know which one this is. We have another one. Okay, this one, and this is the final one. Now let's see where it uses them. And now it's trying to fix the hero section. You can see it's saying hero mess equals stripped sun cuts through title plus low contrast, fix fade sun edges, radial mask, dim photos, add dark scrim behind text, strengthen title, shadows, shrink 6 slightly. Let's see how that's going to look. You can see it now says the cast section is clean now, all the real portraits, uniform, verify full character page. So it's telling me to verify the character page. We'll do that in a bit. And you can see it also stripped sun edges now, and it fixed our hero section. You can see it from this preview right here. And if I open it up in the browser, look at that. This hero section now looks just amazing. I really like it. The background and the graphics that it added here, it looks so good. It blended so well. And if you come here again, you can see I also told it to fix this section because I didn't like this releasing November 19, 2026 here. So I wanted to center this countdown and this section to be downwards here. And you can see it fixed it right here, right in here in this prompt. And this is the final result. You can see how well this looks. And now if I scroll down, if I go to the characters section, you can see meet the cast, and now all the casts have their image as well, and this looks really nice. If I go to the all characters, it didn't misunderstood my prompt, it actually is filling in for these 6 characters, so we were missing 4 images actually. And I'm not sure if these characters are confirmed yet or not. You can see it also says that this one is rumored and this one is confirmed, which is nice. I didn't ask it to do this, but it did. And it also added different tag for the main characters here. Really nice. And if I go to the news section, you can see this one also looks really nice, and we have separate news items as well. And if I click on one, and we have this, and here we have the related reads as well, and about the author as well. I don't know where he got this name from. Now the next step would be to create a CMS where I'll be able to add these news daily, and this content becomes dynamic, because right now it's all static. So yeah, I can go on and keep prompting Claude, and it's pretty simple. It will be able to do that as well. That I will leave up to you how you want to do that. And if I go here, inspect, and come to the mobile view, you can see the site is responsive as well. This is the mobile view of our website. This looks really professional. It's not like those AI slops that you see everywhere. It looks kind of neat. And we have this drawer window as well, where we can go to the news section. We can click on the individual news. This is really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the entire code of this website on the GitHub, so you can go ahead and fork it from there or clone it from there, whatever you want to do with it. And make sure you leave a star. Make sure you like this video and you subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. Do let me know down in the comment section. And if you have any questions, you can comment down below as well. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace out.